Eggs can hatch in a variety of extreme and diverse conditions. They can hatch on a decaying pile of plants or even on a rocky cliff without a nest, in a swampy environment. They can even hatch in the coldest winter of Antarctica or in the Atacama Desert, the driest desert in the world. This diversity of breeding environments has exerted various selection pressures on the size, shape, and color of eggs, and birds have evolved in response to these pressures over a long period of time. Why do birds lay different numbers of eggs? Birds lay different numbers of eggs depending on the species. For example, a common sea duck lays only one egg at a time, while a swift lays about 6 eggs and a sparrow lays about 9. Of course, not all swift lay exactly 6 eggs, as some may lay 2 or 4, but the majority lay around 6. If we simply think about it, from a reproductive standpoint, it would seem more advantageous to lay 4 eggs than 2 or 3. However, this is not true. If this logic were true, laying 5 eggs would be better than 4, and laying 10 eggs would be the optimal strategy. The problem, however, lies in the fact that the potential benefits and risks are proportional to the number of eggs. According to the theory of biologist Lack, there is an optimal number of eggs for a given species in a specific environmental condition. Each bird lays as many offspring as possible within its safe and secure limit. If a mother lays too many eggs, the amount of resources available for each chick is reduced, making each chick weaker at birth and reducing the amount of food available to each individual chick. Therefore, birds with these genes lay fewer offspring, as very few individuals survive until adulthood, resulting in fewer offspring being passed on to the next generation. For instance, if the optimal number of eggs for a sparrow is 6, then laying 10 eggs and dividing resources among them to raise as many offspring as possible is not as effective as laying 6 eggs and concentrating resources on a smaller number of offspring. Therefore, birds limiting their own egg numbers is not an altruistic behavior to pursue group benefits and prevent resource depletion that other individuals can use. We are all selfish genes trying to maximize the number of surviving offspring in a wild environment with limited resources. The appropriate balance for this is to lay 1 egg for sea ducks, 3 for swift, and 6 for sparrows. Do mother birds predict the optimal number of eggs they should lay in a clutch? According to research, most birds have a fixed number of eggs in their clutch. However, in years with abundant food, the number of eggs they lay may increase temporarily. For example, the optimal number of eggs for a sea duck is typically 1. Of course, in years with an abundance of food, laying 2 eggs may be more efficient. However, the problem is that sea ducks cannot predict when food will be abundant or scarce in advance. Therefore, if a sea duck lays 2 eggs but food is not abundant, it may not be able to raise both offspring, resulting in lower breeding success than an individual that concentrates resources on 1 offspring. Why do eggs have different colors? Sun-exposed chocolate ice cream melts faster than vanilla ice cream, and black cars can have an indoor temperature that is up to 5 degrees higher than white cars. This is because dark colors absorb heat better. For animals that experience changes in body temperature, such as reptiles, how well they absorb heat is a crucial issue for survival. This is why reptiles' colors become darker at higher latitudes. Birds' eggs cannot regulate their own body temperature and must maintain a constant temperature to survive. Like reptiles, it has been found that the shell color of bird eggs becomes darker in colder regions. Experts say that one of the most dangerous factors for eggs that need to survive in hot areas is predator attacks. Therefore, in some cases, eggs of certain birds have a similar color to the surrounding environment to avoid being noticed by predators. However, in cold environments, the threat of predators is much less than in tropical environments, and the risk of the egg temperature dropping below the hatching temperature is more significant. Therefore, it is more important for eggs to absorb heat well, and thus have a darker color, than to avoid predators. Why are eggs oval-shaped? In fact, in terms of energy efficiency, it is said that spherical eggs are the most advantageous. This is because, given the same mass, the sphere has a smaller volume than any other shape. Spherical eggs can absorb external shocks by rolling and reduce the risk of breaking compared to other shapes. In addition, their smaller surface area means that females need less material to make the eggs. The main component of eggshells is calcium carbonate, but females must extract huge amounts of calcium from their bones in order to lay eggs. Despite this, why do most birds choose to lay eggs that are oval-shaped rather than spherical? Scientists have proposed various hypotheses to explain this. A prominent example is the hypothesis that eggs that do not roll out of nests survived. Birds that build nests in high places and lay eggs tend to lay oval-shaped eggs because they are more likely to roll back to their original position if they fall out of the nest. However, a recent study by a team of ecology and evolutionary biology professors at Princeton University in the United States found that the reason why bird eggs are oval-shaped is due to changes in their body shape as their flying ability evolves. The researchers noted that the eggs of birds that cannot fly tend to be spherical, while the eggs of birds that can fly tend to be more oval-shaped. The study found that the most closely related factor to egg shape is the ratio of body size to wing size. Birds with larger wings and smaller bodies tended to lay more elongated oval-shaped eggs. These birds evolved to have larger wings and smaller bodies to enhance their flying ability. However, the problem is that when the body becomes smaller, the pelvis also becomes smaller. A round egg requires a wider pelvis compared to an elongated egg. Therefore, birds that evolved to have smaller, narrower pelvises had to lay elongated, ovoid-shaped eggs to pass them through their narrow pelvises. Ultimately, the fact that many birds lay eggs with different numbers and colors, as well as oval-shaped eggs, can be seen as one of the many results of evolution that have occurred to maximize survival and reproduction. I hope this video was helpful. Subscribing and liking the video are a great help. Thanks for watching.